Yo, today we are going through a new series. This is going to be a series where I go through my Quora answers. And as you can see, I have over 300 answers as of 9th of January 2024. And yeah, it's going to be similar to my Reddit one where I go through my old comments and try just work up to where I'm currently at. And yeah, we'll go through a few answers and see how it goes. And yeah, we're just gonna get to the first one. So similar to my other one, I'll just show like all the how much I have. Quite a lot. I try be as consistent as I can like daily, but I've I'm not I can't I'm not really doing it daily. I do it like probably every other day. I get a few answers in, like anywhere from 3 to 12 answers. I try to get through. Yeah, it's quite a lot. So let me just skip to the when I get to the bottom, guys. And as I'm going to the bottom, let me know what you guys think of my other series, the Reddit comment series, and also my newsletter series. I really appreciate any feedback and support in the comments. All right, well, we finally made it to the bottom, bro. I'm scared, bro. In my next one? I'm gonna have to do all of this again. Like, is there a way for me to just start from the bottom? Cause I scrolled there for like 3 minutes, or like 1 minute, I think. But yeah, let me get to the first comment. I don't want to lose. All right, let me do. All right, let me see how much I can do, guys. All right, I decided what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through 3 comments at a time. All right, so this is my first ever comment on Quora. My first ever answer, and this was on it was on November 20th of 2023, and the question is, how does a mentally weak mind get strong? And again, this series that I'm doing, and what I'm even doing in general, this is not a thing where I'm trying to say I have all the answers. I'm trying to just help with what I can. It's just about helping. And the point of this series I'm doing on YouTube is because it helps going through my past thought process or my current thought processes. It helps me understand more of my insights and kind of share more and elaborate and learn from my own explanations. And also it's to share it with you guys, share my insights with you guys, so you guys can share your own insights and give me feedback. Share your own experiences, share your own knowledge, and discuss in the comments, and kind of build a community off that. And yeah, so that's kind of, again, I'm gonna try keep this as I'm gonna try keep elaborating, like keep bringing up the point of all of this, so it doesn't get lost in all of the videos that you're seeing coming out. So yeah, just trying to be as clear as I possibly can with this channel and this series and the purpose of all of this. All right. So back to the question. So how does a mentally weak mind get strong? It's a very tough question. Here, let me just go through my answer and just kind of try break it down. So I said you can start via many ways. So one way to start can be through setting small goals and achieving them to boost your self-confidence in your ability to complete tasks. And as I said in my first Reddit video, when I started writing answers and comments, this is kind of where this is kind of the stuff I started talking about, because you gotta understand I haven't really responded to questions like these ever, really. Like it was only every now and then in the past 3 years of my life, but I'm just kind of learning my own way of giving it advice and sharing my knowledge and stuff like that. So you're gonna see a lot of you're gonna see my thought patterns adjust and with time, So as you see me starting out, I'm gonna talk a lot about setting small goals and achieving them to boost your self-confidence in your ability to complete tasks. It's quite a simple cycle that it makes sense when you look at it, because your self-confidence in your ability depends on you showing yourself that you're able to do something. And if you have something that you set for yourself, like a goal or a task or something of that sort that you would require some work for, if you set that goal first of all, and then you work towards it, and you achieve it, it's only right that your self-confidence in your ability, your trust in your ability will increase, because you're just proving to yourself that you're able to do those kind of things. And yeah, I made sure to kind of emphasize on it being a small goal and not something that's so big, and you know what I mean, so just, yeah, exactly, just so big, you know, something that's so big and elaborate, or whatever it is. Start off small, you know, start off small and then build up, because a lot of mistakes, for example, that I made in the past was trying to start big and then undershooting, because it was too big for me at the start. Like, my expectation was too high, and to where I was at. So when I shot for it, I shot really low, and I thought my ability was very bad. I thought, you know, I was lacking. But if you adjust how you set your goals and stuff like that, it helps you understand that it's not just about your abilities, it's about what you set for yourself also. You know what I mean? It's a very important task to it's a very important thing to have, that understanding how to set goals and also understanding how to work towards them. So yeah, I'm not going to go too much further on it, because I don't want to be talking in circles. I say from there, you can slowly create larger goals and further boost your self-esteem. When you combine this with positive thinking, you can go a long way. Exactly. I ended up mentioning it anyway in the next sentence, but you use like a compounding method, that you build momentum as you go, and you try not start at level 10 or level 9 or level 8. Start at level 1 and slowly build up to level 3, to level 5, to level 7, and then from there you can get to level 8, level 9, level 10. And with that method, it takes time, consistency, discipline, being there, making sure that you learn from your mistakes, your ups and downs, the whole thing. But it's more long lasting than if you were to set something high. Let's say you was even to achieve it. Is that something long lasting? Do you learn as much as you would have if you would have spread things out and slowly build up and learn the stuff that you wouldn't have learned along the way as you're growing? So yeah, that's something that's definitely, take that into consideration and think, is that something that you resonate with or not? And yeah, just let me know in the comments what your insight is on this specific topic and this question. So let me get to the next one. Alright, so the next question is, why did being alone not improve my life? I think I'm just going to read the answer, or the start of the answer straight away, just to kind of just see where I was at with this response to this question. I said being alone or being part of a community does not correlate with creating goals and taking actions towards them. Alright, so yeah, it's the thing about Quora, yeah, is that you get the question, is this one sentence question, and there's not much context behind it, so you just kind of have to just work off this, why did being alone not improve my life, when you don't really know what that person did. Did they isolate themselves somewhere else? Did they have stuff that was working towards? All of those kind of things you don't even know. Like, I just know, why did being alone not improve my life? You know, so I kind of had to separate isolating yourself or being a part of a massive group of people. It doesn't correlate with creating goals and working towards them. You know, they're their own separate things. So just because you're alone or you're with a group of people doesn't mean that you're working towards your goal or you're creating goals. You know, they align together after you have both ready, but don't expect to have one or the other and things will just work out. You have to kind of understand both sides of things. So you have to understand when you create your goals and you have to work towards it, you will sort of understand, will I need to be alone for this, or do I need help? Do I need to be a part of a community for this? So yeah, that's where I was kind of going with that. And I said, also, if you're going through a period where you require solitude, the solitude itself should not be the motivating factor to achieve your goals, but it is more effective to focus on achieving what you set for yourself and allow that to motivate you to consider solitude. Exactly, basically what I just said. So if your goal requires you to kind of be isolated, then that can be something that will assist you in achieving your goal, rather than you focusing on being isolated, and that's becoming your goal. If that wasn't your intention to begin with, yeah. So making sure that you have things, you're clear, you have clarity with things, and your intention is set right at the start. And I also wrote here that sometimes it is okay not to accomplish what you wanted and take a break, as long as you are tired. Good luck, and I hope that you can improve your life moving forward. Okay, yeah. So I mentioned that. So failure is something it's okay to fail. You know what I mean? As long as you understand that failure it happens as you try. You know what I mean? You're not going to win 100% of the time. You're not going to win 100% of the time. So failure is a part of whatever you're trying to achieve, and if you can use failure as lessons to help you, to propel you forward, to help you get closer to your dreams or your goals, it's a better use than using that failure to drag you down. Instead you can use it to bring you closer to what you're trying to work for, and it becomes a useful tool, because through experience and failure you learn lessons that you wouldn't know otherwise. There wouldn't be another way to learn it without experiencing that failure itself. So flipping your perspective on it and using it as something that's beneficial to you is a lot better than having it as a negative factor and just making things worse for you. We're gonna do this one. I think this is gonna be the last one, because we're like almost 12 minutes in. All right. Here the question was, how can I change my lifestyle and create good habits? Good question. I said in my response, I say you can change your lifestyle through taking actions and setting smart goals to accomplish what you want. Yeah. So again, if you guys want to know more about smart goals, check out my video. I think it's called How to Create Smart Goals. I think that's part of my newsletter series that I'm doing, and I discuss how each letter in the acronym of SMART is valuable in its own way, and how you can use it to kind of personalize it to yourself to help you create goals that are useful for you and help you kind of accomplish your dreams and your passions and whatever it is. So yeah, the next thing I wrote in the next sentence, I said, you create good habits by figuring out what works best for you and practicing self-discipline and consistency. You create good habits by figuring out what works out best for you and practicing self-discipline and consistency. I'm trying to figure out it's because it is a bit ambiguous, a little bit. Figuring out what works out best for you, more so a meaning that, let me elaborate more on what I said there, because it's probably not that clear. What I had meant was that what I mean now, to improve on what I said, was to have good habits, you have to kind of try out new things and try out things that you've done before, and just figure out what kind of aligns with your kind of interests and your values and your morals and whatever, and what makes you feel good and is also like beneficial to you in some sort of way, or beneficial to I mentioned that list of beneficial to your health, wealth, relationships, society, knowledge, all of those kind of things. Anything that can benefit you and also you enjoy doing is a good start. But even a better start before that is just trying out new things, or trying out things that you've done in the past, just to figure out, where you at, what do you like, what you don't like, and just kind of narrowing down who you are and what you want. I said here also, be curious, seek knowledge, and be positive, and don't let failure stop you. Yeah, and that's just like that's the general thing to say, that's just general thing to say. More so, that's just for anyone that comes across that post and just reads it. Maybe they might not even read everything else before. Maybe they might not even know the question. But if they say if they just see also be curious, seek knowledge, be positive, and don't let failure stop you, that might just be a nice sentence for them to pick up and be like, okay, let me look more into personal development or self-improvement or any of those things that was mentioned there. And yeah, you're gonna see that a lot as well. Just kind of, I have like general general statements I just throw out there. It's not just about me or the person I'm responding to, because I don't really check who asked the question at the start when I was beginning in the first few weeks, but throwing out general statements out there just so people that do read it can have some sort of inspiration in some way, because it is very important to kind of to someone that he might read something that might sound obvious to everyone else, but when he reads that statement or she reads that statement, they feel inspired in some sort of way to take action, or to take action in their own life. And that's where I kind of want to sit with what I'm doing. I just want to help someone that comes across the post and just wants to do something with what I write. That they want to take action with what I write. And yeah, that's also where you guys come in with what you guys write and what you guys share with other people, because it's a group effort. It's a group effort. And yeah, obviously it's starting off with me, but hopefully it will not end with just me. Listen, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you guys for listening and watching this video. I think we'll start another series in the next video. I do have one that I'll probably just surprise you guys with. I mentioned it in my last video, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode, or the next part of this series. Thank you.